Hello lovely people of the internet. This video took me such a long time to make. Not only recording the video material and stuff, but also after I transferred everything to my PC. It took so long to edit and script and everything, but I will go into more detail now. So once upon a time in 2019 I started a watercolor painting, which turned out to be cursed or something like that. I was very motivated because I was really into watercolor at that time and I loved the sketch I had worked out. So it took me a lot of effort, so I looked forward to coloring the art piece, and I started to record the process and transferred all of the footage to an external hard drive for safety reason. Ha ha ha. Then I stopped somewhere before coloring the background because I hadn't really thought much about it, because I hate doing background. For me, they are the most uninteresting part of the whole painting, and the idea of doing the background made me feel very unwell, and I was so afraid of ruining it. I already had put so much effort and time and love into it. So I thought I would have to really think the whole thing through thoroughly before attempting to paint the background. So I procrastinated and I started several other paintings and tried to avoid looking at the initial piece. I get anxiety when I don't know what to do, and it really overwhelmed me so much just to think about the background. So my mind basically said, oh, no problem, you can just leave it there, don't think about it now and then get back later. Which is a thing that is not really compatible with how my mind works. But somehow I put those thoughts aside, so I continued to procrastinate. Then, several months later, I wanted to work on the art again and wanted to transfer the footage from the hard drive to my computer to edit it. Unfortunately, I could not access it because the hard drive was corrupted, and I tried to fix it with a friend of mine and we really tried a lot of things, but in the end I wasn't capable, or we weren't capable to recover it, and that really hit me hard, and I was again so unmotivated and to continue with this painting even though I really loved it. So again, I put the painting aside and didn't even paint or draw anything for a few months because I was so frustrated. But after a time, I felt the urge to draw again, and slowly I came back into art and I started to record the process of the cursed painting again. I made a slight progress and saved everything to a second hard drive I had because I again thought it was safer than on my PC. And I also didn't have a lot of space left on my PC, so I progressed, and after a few weeks I wanted to access the hard drive to transfer the footage to my PC to edit it, and again I couldn't access the hard drive. So this was the second time it happened in 1 year, and I was not even shocked anymore. Honestly, I just felt numb and did not want to continue at all with the painting. I think I turned to other paintings at this time and just distracted myself from thinking about this piece. And I think at the middle or end of last year I finally said to myself, well, you have to start finishing all the unfinished paintings that are started piling up on my desk and my PC before starting a new artwork. And slowly I started working on this painting again, thinking about what I wanted to put in the background, searching for reference, and most important of all, I extended my online memory, and now I'm putting everything out there, feeling more secure about losing my data. Because I'm now really scared about saving anything on my hard drives. I decided I wanted to paint hydrangeas in the background because I love hydrangeas, and I really want to get better at drawing flowers because I just love them and find them really beautiful. So, the topic of the painting and the title is Decay, which refers to Vanitas still lives. If you never heard of it, I first came into contact with this topic back in school, where we had to do a Vanitas still life. Vanitas is Latin and means vanity, so when Vanitas still lives were really in style, the painters painted various symbols of their so-called earthly existence, things like musical instruments, valuables and money, which kind of describes their daily life. Then they also used symbols for transience. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Even things that were often used were like skulls, hourglasses, rotten flowers and fruit and such. And the third main symbol used were symbols for rebirth or reincarnation, things like ivy or grains and things like that. So I took the transience, I don't know, aspect of the Vanitas still lives and turned it into decay. So on this painting you see a lot of rotting flowers, bugs and stuff, and also the girl in the painting is not so healthy anymore. Let's just put it this way. As you can see, I decided to paint her naked because I think there's something inherently beautiful and also timeless in a naked body, if you see it as like a piece of art, not in a sexual way at all. When I put clothing on her, you could probably tell which time period I'm referring to, and I also wanted to avoid that. My teachers in art school actually told me that I use watercolors in the wrong way, that it's supposed to be light and subtle, but I kind of refuse to see it that way. I think you can use every art medium to your advantage and how you want to, and I, for example, really like the muddy and dusty effect dark watercolors give me, and there's something in the texture of watercolor that other art mediums just cannot give me. So I still decided to go over the painting with colored pencils though, because there were some parts that I just could not get right. And obviously style changes a lot over the course of 3 years, so if I would start this painting again, which I probably will never do, because in my head it's just such a cursed piece, and I don't know, maybe it also brings bad luck. But yeah, we will figure out how this works out in the future. So, in all honesty, if I would start this painting again, there would probably be a lot of things I would do differently, especially on her face, but I'm still really proud of it, and I'm happy I managed to finish this painting despite the obstacles that I had to overcome. So as I wrote this script, I just had the second half of the painting recorded because of the incident that led to this, but I refused to just put it aside as a fail and not upload anything of my progress, because it is just that, progress. I put so much effort and heart and soul and myself in this painting, and it sounds really cheesy, and yes, it is cheesy, but I grew so much and learned so much that I just want to remind you, just because anything or something doesn't go as planned or doesn't turn out the way you wanted, it is not failure. You are not a failure. Sure, it is frustrating at times, and I felt this a lot during this process of this painting, and sometimes you don't even want to continue and decide to throw it away or whatever, burn it, I don't know. So what? That's still progress, and you learn from it. So it took me about 3 years to finish a painting. Yes, that is actually a lot of time for a painting this size. So it is about A4 to A3. But on the good side, I got over a lot of obstacles, and in the end I'm very proud of the painting and of myself for being consistent and trying again and again and again and not giving up. And that's what it's about in the end. It's about not giving up and pursuing your dreams or your goals. So this is basically everything I wanted to tell you about this painting and about the progress of this piece and how it took me 3 years to finish it, and how I think it's maybe cursed. Well, not really, I don't believe in things like that, but it seems like it is nevertheless. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, and consider subscribing. I hope to talk to you soon. Bye bye.